Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good afternoon, my name is Ron Juckett. We welcome you to the program for this 16th day of February 2021. We are at June 8th, 1949 in our replay. And today it's the St. Louis Cardinals continuing their big East Coast swing. You saw them against the Dodgers. Today you saw them against the Braves. Today you'll see them against the Giants. And Thursday, or tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, you'll watch them against the Philadelphia Phillies before they get on the train and head back to Sportsman Park. A long, long road trip for the Cardinals, but they keep playing these games that mean an awful lot. They're not only contending for first place against the Philadelphia Phillies, but the Giants are 30-20. The Dodgers are just out of first place right now with about 50 games gone and 100 to go in this 1949 season. It is a four-team race in the National League between the Phillies, the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Dodgers, with the Braves just kind of right behind. In the American League, you gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart, because the Washington Senators are the story of the year. They have won 31 games. And when we feature them on Thursday at noontime against the Tigers in Detroit, they're only 23 wins behind in June, where they had for the win total for what they had all year. Will they keep it up? I don't know. But it's the Tigers and the Senators come Thursday at noon. So the Cardinals and Giants next, the Cardinals and Phillies tomorrow night, and then the surprising Senators against the Tigers on Thursday. Headaches gone? Let's dream some baseball, shall we? As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1949 today from the Polo Grounds in Manhattan. It is the New York Giants with Dave Koslow against Jerry Staley's St. Louis Cardinals. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation replays and needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it's the lefty Dave Koslow on the hill for the Giants as I lose my mouse. The thing with two screens. Don't show me this again means don't show me this again. Lower it. There we go. So Dave Koslow is having himself a good year. This is his third start of the year. He's 4-1 with a save and an ERA of 2.10. This is his first appearance against the Cardinals. His last two starts came on the 10th and 21st of May. This is June 8th. He went 2 innings against the Cubs on the 2nd of June. He went 2 innings. I think I said that already. Allowed 2 hits and struck out a batter. So at 29 years old, Koslow is a ground ball pitcher, and that fastball tops out at 85. He's thrown 30 innings. He's allowed 30 hits. He has given up 1 homer, 7 runs, all earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 13. Are we going to actually get a pitcher with control? Only Tony or your hairdresser knows for sure. In real life, he walked 43 and struck out 64 in 212 innings. Here's a lineup Koslow will face. It's Chuck Deering in center field will lead it off for the Cards. Red Shane Dienst will bat second and play second. Stan Musial is in right field. He'll hit third. Eddie Kazuk is at third. He'll clean up. Enos Slaughter in left will bat fifth. Marty Marion at short will bat sixth. Nippy Jones at first will bat seventh. Del Rice, the catcher, will hit eighth, and Staley, who should throw around 135 pitches, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Giants, Whitey Lockman a 7 and a 4 in left. Bobby Thompson a 9 and a 6 in the center. And Willard Marshall is an 8 and a 9 in right. Sid Gordon is a 4 at third. Buddy Kerr is an 8 at short. Jack Lorkey a 5 at second. Johnny Mize a 6 at first. And Dr. Livingston, I presume, is a 2 and a 3 behind the plate. Koslow is a 6 range and a 1,000 fielding percentage. Deering steps in at 303, no homers, and 10 RBI. Beautiful day here in New York, 83 degrees, a wind blowing in from right at 9. You can almost smell the hot dogs and the cigars at Yankee Stadium across the Harlem River. And with that, Koslow's ready. Deering, a ground ball to third. Gordon to Mize, and that's how this one starts. Here's Shane Dienst at 299, a homer, and 21 RBI. This is game 48 for the Cardinals. They're 27 and 20. This is game 51 for the Giants, and they are 30 and 20. Shane Dienst to third, second verse, same as the first, 2 out. So that brings up Musial at 293, 10 homers, and 34 RBI. Koslow deals, ball 4, and there's a 2-out walk. Brings up Kasich at 294, 2 homers and 27 RBI. We did not get all the snow that we were expected to here in Burlington. They were calling for 10. In fact, there was a 90% chance of us getting 10 inches. Usually can maybe even steal the base here. We'll pick them off. We got about 4. It warmed up overnight, and it was more of a sleet storm here than a snowstorm. For those of you who normally watch in northern Ohio, hopefully that your commutes, if you went into work today, was safe. I know that there was a lot of sleet and ice, especially in the Cleveland area. Throw to first. Musial is back and gone, so we'll pitch out here. Runner stays put, and the count is a ball and no strikes to Kasich. So there's my best Al Roker impression. 2 out, top the first, no score. Cardinals and Giants on a Tuesday. And there's a ground ball to Gordon. He'll go to Lorkey for the sure out, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a runner left on for the Cards. Half an inning in the books, no score. And so Jerry Staley, how you doing from San Diego? And he subbed last week, so thank you very much for the sub. I bet it's a little warmer than the 30 degrees it is here in Burlington. Jerry Staley making his 4th start of the year. He is 28 years old, fastball pitcher at 85, and a ground ball pitcher. He's loving all the snow talk. You know, I can hear that evil laugh 3,000 miles away. Jerry's last start was against the Dodgers on the 3rd. 6 innings, 8 hits. He took the loss, 5 runs all earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. Only 59 in Fatherland, California, right now. It's pretty chilly, but you're right on the ocean. He has faced the Giants 3 times. We'll post those numbers in a minute. Overall, 3-3 with a 4.04 ERA, 42 in the 3rd innings, 44 hits, 5 homers, 20 runs, 19 earned. He's walked 9 and struck out 16. Fastball pitcher and a ground ball pitcher. Against New York, this is his first start. You're running your heater. I bet you are at 59. It's his first start, his 4th appearance. 8 innings overall, 7 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 2, and is 1-0. The lineup the Giants will throw out there against Staley. Jack Lorkey leads it off at second base. Whitey Lockman in left will bat second. The commissioner, Sid Gordon, at third will bat third. Mr. Marshall is in right field and will clean up. Bobby Thompson, no P in that. is in center. He'll bat fifth. Johnny Mize will go sixth and play first. Livingston behind the plate will bat seventh. Our first look, I think, at Buddy Kerr. He'll bat eighth and play short, and Mr. Koslow threw 11 pitches in his half of the first. He'll bat ninth. Defensively for the Cardinals, Mr. Slaughter is a 5 and a 4 in left. Chuck Deering is a 6 and a 6 in center. Stan Musial is a 9 and a 7 in right. Eddie Kasich is a 7 at third. Marty Marion is a 9 at short. He and Dick Young had lunch again. Red Schoendienst is a 9 at second. Nippy Jones a 6 at first. And Del Rice is a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. Staley is a 7 fielder, or 7 range, with a .983 fielding percentage. So Lorky at 286 with 4 homers and 14 RBI. And the pitch from Staley is right back up the box, throw to first, and that's how this one starts for the Giants, 1 out. So just a gorgeous day here in Manhattan. Here's Whitey Lockman, 257, 7 homers and 25 RBI. And yes, that is a young Mr. Scully along the line and left. Waxing poetic about the Fordham Rams, Alabama football, and his beloved New York Giants. Pitch to Lockman is a ground ball to Jones. That will play him, and Lockman will reach. So Jones knocked it down, picked it up, and by the time that he had a shot at first, Lockman was standing there. So that brings up Gordon, sit at 311, 14 homers and 39 RBI. How you doing, Elvis? Wisconsin got hit hard by this storm. We did not. My friends in Michigan got 8 inches. They were supposed to get 4. We were supposed to get 10, and maybe got 4. Pitched a throw to first, Lockman back. So hope your weekend all went well for everybody. Pitch. There's a fly ball right center. Deering has it for the out, and Lockman retreats. So 2 out for Willard Marshall. 355, 3 homers, and 28 RBI. Silent Shadows, I don't know, remember who you are, but yes. Am feeling better. Sinus headache last night. I actually double booked myself last night and then had the sinus headache on top of it. So those projects will be redone. San Diego got a little drizzle for once. Elvis got a little over 5. We might have had that much. It did. I looked at the webcam from downtown Burlington this morning, and it didn't look like we got anywhere near what they said. And since I'm just eyeballing it, 4 is about 4, I think. Pitch to Marshall is a liner up the middle. Staley over to first, and that will retire the side. So the Giants strand a runner. No runs, no hit in the air. Does not hurt. We go to the second. No score. So Slaughter, Marion, and Jones to face Koslow or Koslow? I said Koslow. You're in Connecticut. Just rain. Okay. Yeah, it was supposed to be an all-snow event here in northern Vermont. I have family in southern Vermont, and it was supposed to be a mix. And it mixed. It mixed all the way up here. Slaughter at 380, which is among the league leaders. 4 homers and 26 RBI. Pitch to Enos. Struck him out. A 1-2 on the outside corner. Got him looking on an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 out. For Marty Marion, at 290, 5 homers and 24 RBI. Koslow deals. Up the middle, Buddy Kerr, his counterpart, snares it by the bag over to first for the out, 2 away. For Nippy Jones at 392, 3 homers and 26 RBI. St. Louis has the best batting average in the National League. I forget what it is, but they do. However, that team that plays across the river, you can kind of see the stadium from here. has the best offense in baseball. Being born and raised in San Diego, I get a little bit tired of the same weather all the time. I'll trade you. Would you like that? My Texas friends were rightfully complaining the wind chill was 11 below zero. It would be nice to actually have season. No, I'll trade you. I'll take the premier golf event in February and the 70 and sunny year round. Absolutely. Pitch to Jones is a fly ball right center field. Thompson has it to retire this. I figured that, Silent Shadows. All right, so no runs, no hits, and no errors. Bottom two, no score. I figured you were there because that's the only place I posted I had the headache. A certain member of that group, by the way, co-worker of mine, said I only cancel hockey streams. Which is not true. And he hates the Canadiens. So, he says he's a concerned sub, but I'm just not buying that. Bobby Thompson at 330. 15 doubles, 8 homers, and 49 RBI. Staley starts the second with a ground ball to Marion over to first, and Thompson just sat there and admired the handiwork. 1 out. For Johnny Mize at 298, 10 homers, and 36 RBI. Cardinals, Phillies in prime time tomorrow night. And then the Thursday lunch game will be the first place Washington Senators and the Detroit Tigers. Elvis just played a 1956 game in his Yankee Replay Card and Dice Fall Classic. Greg Solvan designed that. Nats pasted the Bombers 17-5. And that in game, a reliever came in and finished the last 3 innings. He does get credit for the save. Absolutely. A 9-out appearance and your team's ahead. It doesn't matter if it's 40-0. Somehow you got credit for protecting the 40-run lead. And so, yes. The save actually wasn't, I think I just heard or read, was actually invented in 1950s, the late 50s. And, of course, became official for the 69 season. Pitch to Mize is up the middle past a diving Shane Dienst. So the first hit of the game goes to the Giants. Someone asked I knew how it was a hit before he actually saw it was a hit. Some of that has to do with playing all these games. You know the chalkboard inside and out. But watch the ball. That's always a good indication that you know what's coming, at least to some degree. Here's Mickey Livingston, I presume, 276, 4 homers, and 14 RBI. Popped up, left side, Kasich has it for the out, 2 away. Have I played any more 2nd and 10? I haven't in a while. Started in 70 weeks. It goes so well for that, doesn't it? Yeah, watch the batter run down to first. You can tell errors. There are tells, just like with any computer game. Micro League had some pretty big tells too. Kerr at 271, a homer and 7 RBI. The thing with 2nd and 10 is that you can go back to the 30s if you want. All for the same price. There's a bounder past Shane Dienst. Mize will hold a second. So runners on first and second. 2 out for the pitcher Koslow. Hitting 273. He's hit 2 homers and driven in 4. Here's the pitch to short. Marion flips it to Shane Dienst for the sure out, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. The Giants leave on 2. After 2, St. Louis nothing, the Giants nothing. Yes, the red zone alert, so you can go between games, and you can have a doubleheader if you want. Stagger the start times for those West Coast games. It really is ingenious. It needs a fresh coat of paint, but it's a heck of a football game. Del Rice, Jerry Staley, and Chuck Deering here in the third. Rice at 291. 1 homer and 9 RBI. Tribe fan, how are you? Glad to have you along. Everhat, by the way, our newest sub. A tier 2. I'm not sure what the difference is for that, but enjoy the emotes. Pitch to Rice is a base hit into right center field. So the first hit for the Cardinals, and that'll be a bunt chance here for Staley. 2 for 12 on the replay, hitting 167 with a run scored. He's happy to be upright, and the car is in one piece. Yeah, I don't know how far you work from. We were talking about Cleveland in the Open today. How far you are from downtown Cleveland, but that couldn't have been a fun commute for you this morning. Pitch to Staley, he squares. Livingston to second, and Kerr dropped the ball. Or never got it. Livingston throws it into center field, and so what should have been an out for Rice, he's on safely on the air. So Livingston's last game, I think, is today, and that's a huge error. So Rice on second, Staley on first. Nobody out for Deering, who's 0 for 1. First 9 for Koslow. 30 pitches, 2+ innings. A hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Tribe fan only has to go about 5 miles to catch a train to take him downtown. Will I see you tonight on a downtown train? And Elvis just heard the plow go by. Needs to go plow out, snow blow the end of his driveway. It's a thing with plows. They're nice, but they leave messes. So Rice on second, Staley on first. Deering 0 for 1. There's a ground ball to Lorkey. Kerr for 1 to Mize. He's going to run, and that is not in time. So runners on first and third, 1 out for Shane. He's 0 for 1. Do I play every game or do I sim? You mean doing this? So Rice on third, Deering on first. 1 out, no score. Pitch to Shane Deans. There goes Deering. Hit and run is on. A base hit into right field. Rice will score. Deering motors to third, and Shane Deans is on first. I sim everything that you don't see live on the stream or on YouTube. So pretty much 3 games a week that I play, and the computer plays the rest. So I choose a Wednesday game, I choose a Friday game, and I choose, well, there's no such thing as game of the week in 49. I would choose a day game on a Saturday. And that just gives you a good representation of what's going on. I try not to do the same series 2 games in a row. Once we get down to brass tacks time in September, that's a different story. But try to feature at least 3 different sets of teams a week. Deering on third, Shane Deans on first. That error is costly. Stan Musial walked his first time up. Koslow deals. Base hit right center field. Deering will score. Shane Deans goes to third. Musial's on with a single, and it's 2-0 Cardinals. So here's Kasich. He's 0 for 1. Koslow kind of glaring out at Livingston after Livingston threw that ball away. And so Koslow needs to regroup. Here's the pitch. There goes Musial. Another hit and run. Lorkey will let the run score. They go to second for the 4s, 4-6, and Kasich is on with 2 out. Yeah, Elvis is right. Memorial Day back before the late 60s. Memorial Day was always the 30th of May. Didn't always fall on a Monday. It was, I never remember, Vermont, as a matter of fact, it still might be May 30th. So for a long time, the state holiday was separate from the federal holiday, which made no sense. You get a day off on on a Wednesday, and the rest of the country took it off on a Monday. So we're now in line with the federal holiday. But that would be the only reason why I would even remember that. And for a lot of you, that was the end of school. The computer is running the Cardinals, so they are doing the hit and run. I'll use it if I think it's smart, but the Cardinals are doing it, not me. So for a lot of you, well, we were the last state to get a Target. We finally have one. And I bet we were the last state to get a Walmart, although Walmart's been there 20, 25 years now. For a lot of you, Memorial Day was the last day of school. But not here in the great Northeast because of snow days and stuff. We went to the middle of June. So runner on first is Kasich. Slaughter at the plate. He struck out his first time up. Only one for Koslow. Cards have 3 here in the third. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit in the left field. Lockman will pick it up. Kasich will go to third. And the Cardinals again have runners on the corners and 2 out for Marty Marion, who is 0 for 1. Marion in the left. Lockman will ride the Schwinn, make the catch, and that will retire the side. 3 runs, however. 4 hits and an error. We go to the bottom of the third. St. Louis 3, New York nothing. Father's Day weekend, Elvis, is when we usually got out. So the 15th would be a bit early, but yeah. That assembly, the last day of school, post-exams, you didn't want to be there. But you had to do 180 days. Jack Lorkey, 0 for 1. When is the next podcast? We're taping tomorrow at lunchtime. Jerry Staley is first 9 on 35 pitches, 2 innings and 2 hits. And that's it. Pitch to Lorkey. Here's a base hit in the left center field. So the third hit for the Giants. Here's Lockman. He's 0 for 1. Staley throws to first. Lorkey back. Lockman at the plate. Gordon to follow. And Marshall in the hole. Up the middle, Marion takes it to the bag for 1. Throws to first. Lockman is safe. So, fielder's choice, 6 unassisted, 1 out for Gordon, who was 0 for 1. Throw to first. Lockman back. Podcasts are fun. Not sure what we're doing tomorrow, but they are fun. Gordon, ground ball, base hit, right side. And Lockman will hold at second. So the Giants don't believe in shutdown innings. They have runners on first and second for Marshall, who's 0 for 1. Pitch from Staley. There's a ground ball to first. Jones to the bag himself, and then he'll take the shore out at first. Lockman and Gordon move up 92 out for Thompson, who was 0 for 1. Pitch from Staley. Ball 4, so they're loaded for Johnny Mize. Johnny singled his first time up. Thank you. So first walk from Staley. Lockman on third. Gordon on second. It would be touch and go whether he could score on a single. And Thompson on first. Up the middle, Marion to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. The Dodgers huff and puff, but they cannot blow the house down. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave them loaded. We go to the 4th. It's 3-0 St. Louis. I did in college some play-by-play work, but that was a long time ago. Here's Nippy Jones, Rice and Staley to follow. Nippy's 0 for 1. Here's a ground ball to Mize. 1 out. standings. So the Phils have a game-and-a-half lead over these Giants at 32-19. The Phillies are 24-8 at Shibe Park. Giants are 20-8 here at the Polo Grounds. Brooklyn at 29-20 are two back. They have won 8 of 10. Then the Cardinals, the Braves, who've won 4 straight, Pittsburgh, and then Chicago and Cincinnati, who, if you ever wondered whatever came of them, they're living on the air at WKRP. In the American League, this may be the story of the ages. The Senators are 31-19. You'll see them Thursday. They're playing 500 ball in their last 10. The Yankees have dropped 2 straight. Cleveland, 4 back. Philadelphia and Detroit, 5.5 back. And the Red Sox have finally discovered that they like Boston, 22-25. I looked, by the way, on Baseball Reference, and they really were 7.5 to 9 back in the middle of June. So they are where they should be. They're on the wrong side of 500, but they haven't underperformed as far as the standings are concerned. St. Louis and Chicago, you know the joke. So here's Rice. He's 1 for 1. He has singled and scored. Ground ball to first. Mize dives, gets up, runs to the bag, 2 out. For Jerry Staley, who must have bunted his first time up. He did. So he's still at 167. Koslow deals, and there's a base hit into right center field. So that's the 5th hit for the Cards. And here's Deering. Koslow, 18 batters, 46 pitches. 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits. Of the 3 runs on the board for St. Louis, only 1 is earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 1. Yeah, it doesn't kind of ring a bell right now, does it, Elvis? First in war, first in peace, and first in the American League? Nah. Pitch to Deering. Struck him out. He looked at an 88-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 3. So the Cardinals leave a couple of men on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 St. Louis. So Livingston, Kerr, and Koslow to face Staley here in the 4th. Mickey is 0 for 1. Into right field, Musial, 1 out. Buddy Kerr singled his first time up. And this time he punches it to center, but Deering is there too. For Koslow, who's 0 for 1. Staley could use an easy inning here. Big Cardinals fan living in Connecticut. You sure you're not related to me? I had an uncle that lived in Connecticut. Huge Cardinal fan. Excited for Nolan Arenado. I had an uncle that lived eventually in Woodbury, Connecticut. Grew up in Poultney, Vermont. And skipped a day his senior year of high school back in the early 40s. Caught the train, went down to New York to watch a World Series game between the Yankees and the Cardinals. The year that the Cardinals beat them. Don't tell anybody, okay? Pitch to Koslow is a fly ball left field. Slaughter will get there and make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 5th. It's 3-0 St. Louis. So Shane Deans, Musial, and Kasich to face Koslow. Red is singled, driven in a run, and scored. Oh, you're in the Storrs area. Okay. Yeah, Woodbury near Danbury, south of Waterbury. Somehow I think there's a 20-year grace period. Well, yes, and considering that that we're talking about 80 years ago, and that he passed away 20, I think he's okay. His mom, wherever you go in the afterlife, my great-grandmother can give him his ration of poop. Excuse me. KMOX. Harry Carey with you. Very 50,000 watt flamethrower, 1110 on the AM dial, or 1100 on the AM dial. Never heard Earl Gillespie and the Milwaukee Braves. The only thing I really know about Earl is that whoever ran the sports department at NBC and him had a falling out at one point, and so when the Braves made the 57 and 58 World Series, he was delegated to the radio and was not allowed to work with Mel Allen on the NBC television network. PC-wise, I prefer Action to Strat, yes. Although, as far as a mousetrap is concerned, I think Strat is the very best. Yep, the sports voice of St. Louis, KMOX. Pitch to Shane Dean, says a fly ball left center field. Thompson comes in, makes the catch, 1 out. You've got to be cognizant of the time today, and the wife needs to go to work. So, can't run my mouth too much. Stan the Man has singled a walk and driven in a run. 1 for 1. And to right, Marshall, 2 out. Kasich, 0 for 2. Drove in his 28th run of the year. I don't think Strat streams very well, either in PC or certainly card and dice form. You glad the might all work there, Gardner? You complain there's no hockey, and then you'll spend next Monday night complaining that Montreal beat Hartford. So, I'm going to send you some Kraft singles to make grilled cheese with. Pitch to Kasich is a bunt. Livingston picks it up, and he throws it. No. Yes, he threw it wide of the bag, and Mize had to move his foot. And Kasich is safe on the air, and that's the second one in the game for Livingston. So Johnny Mize tried to do the hokey pokey. He turned himself around, but he couldn't get his foot back on the bag. So a 2-out error brings up Slaughter, who was 1 for 2, with a strikeout and a single. Koslow deals. Up the middle, Koslow cuts it off, throws to first, and that will retire the side. Hey, Dave came in just in time to watch a commercial. Maybe it'll be Midol. Halfway home on a Tuesday, 3-0 St. Louis. I mean, there's nothing wrong with streaming Strat. I think the chalkboard here is, for Action PCs, better, and I trust the engine too. So, yeah, Mr. Gardner's here. 13-inning game. Did Seaver pitch all of it there, Tribe fan? If you joined us late, like Gardner, here's how we got here. Red Shane Dean singled home Del Rice in the third to make a 1-0 St. Louis. Sam Usual singled home D-Ring to make it 2-0, and then Kasich with a fielder's choice to make it 3-0. Cardinals 3 runs, 4 hits, and an error. And then the Giants failed to score on 2 hits and a walk in the bottom of the inning. So Jerry Staley, a 4-hitter, threw 4 and a walk. Dave Koslow, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 unearned runs. And I don't think Mr. Livingston's on the top of his Christmas card list. Just saying. With the 2 errors. He has walked 1 and struck out 2. Staley, 18 batters deep, 68 pitches. Lorky 1 for 2, 85 degrees. And here in Manhattan, the wind blowing in from center at 4. Oh, 71 Gibson, 71 Seaver on the Tribe Fan channel. Pitch to Lorky is a base hit left field. Slaughter got a late jump on it, and Jack's on with a double. We don't do the nightly one anymore. That was much more of a support group because of COVID and everyone being cooped up. And we'll do those occasionally on a Saturday night now, but no, that was just so everyone wouldn't just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs being trapped in at home. Here's Lockman, he's 0 for 2. The pitch, Whitey, ground ball up the middle. Shane Dienst over to first for the out. Lorky goes to third. 1 out for Gordon. 1 for 2. Sid singled. Marshall a follow. How long have we... only about... maybe 2 years? Not all that long. Dave was watching a football game I did and just started to talk. We're doing them on YouTube live at that point. Pitch to Gordon is a ground ball to third. Kasich will throw to first. Lorky will score. The Giants are on the board. 2 out, and it's 3-1 St. Louis. Dave is from the Boston area, and I live in western Vermont, so we're about 4 hours apart. Here's Marshall. Willard is 0 for 2. And Staley lost him. So 3-0 is low downstairs on the fastball, and that's only the second walk. So here's Thompson. Bobby drew the other one. He's 0 for 1. In the center field, Deering makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Giants get a hit and score a run. We go to the 6th, 3-1 St. Louis. So it brings up Marty Marion, Nippy Jones, and Del Rice. Marty is 0 for 2. Liner to second. Lorky will make the catch. 1 out. Here's Jones. He's 0 for 2. Good-sized crowd here at the Polo Grounds. To third, Gordon for the out. 2 out for Rice, who's 1 for 2. He has singled and scored. That big body of water is, in fact, our reservoir, Lake Champlain, no E on the end. It was a great lake for about 2 years. Pitch to Rice is a ground ball to second. Lorky over to first for the out. That will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's a beautiful day for baseball, Jamie. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-1 St. Louis. So tomorrow night, it'll be the Cardinals and the Phillies from Shibe Park. And then on Thursday will be the Senators and the Tigers. The Senators, Jamie, on this 8th day of June, are in first place in the American League. Yeah, Lake Michigan, those Great Lakes are huge, but Champlain is the next largest freshwater lake in the United States outside of the Great Lakes. But you can see from where I live, if you looked out the other way over the lake, you can definitely see New York. Pitch to Mize is a liner in the right field for a base hit. And the Nats do keep plugging right along. So 6 hit for the Giants. Here's Mickey Livingston. He's 0 for 2. So to answer the question earlier, I think it was from Tad. How do I know when a base hit's coming? You just tell the way that the ball goes on the chalkboard. Just like you would if you were in the ballpark. Livingston's 0 for 2. Liner to center field. Deering is there. 1 out. Brings up Buddy Kerr, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Base hit, right center field. Mize will go to third, and the Giants have the tying run on and 1 out for the pitcher, Koslow. He will not squeeze, he will bunt. He squares, Staley charges the plate. Mize will hold, the throw to first. Shane Dienst is covering, and he's out. So 3-4 on the sacrifice, 2 out. And the Giants have runners on second and third. For Lorkie, Jack is singled, doubled, is 2 for 3 and scored. Kerr on second, Mize on third. So 27 batters deep for Staley, 92 pitches, 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned, and he's walked 2. Or, I'm sorry, the 1 run is earned. And there's a ground ball right up the box. Stabbed by Staley, over to Jones, and that will retire the side. The Giants now have left 9 runners on. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. After 6, it's still 3-1 St. Louis. So Staley, Deering, and Shane Dienst to face Koslow here in the 7th. Staley has singled. He's 1 for 1. Got him. He swings and misses at an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. So here's Deering. He's 0 for 3. Has struck out and scored. Koslow, through 27 batters, 74 pitches, 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. He has walked 1 and struck out 3. Base hit, left field. Deering going for 2, and he's in there safe. So a 1 out double brings up Shane Dienst, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Elvis likes the little circles better, which is a default with the game. It opens the field so much. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's my spotters board. And so it reminds me of what they are, who they are and what their fielding ratings are. And so I know when I see WebGem or Poor Play or whatever, what to expect. Yeah, this is not an open-engine game. There's no dice rolls. The closest thing you get there, Mr. Angels, is that outcome box on the left. It tells you the expected batting average and then breaks down the chances of double, triple, homer, walk, and a strikeout. Shane Dienst 1 for 3. Lines out one foul, third base side, and somebody from Yonkers made that catch. Count is 0-2. Shane Dienst has singled, scored, and driven in a run his 22nd. Ball 4. So Koslow looks down in disgust on the full count curve. 1 out for Musial. Stan has walked and singled. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Liner in the left. Lockman is there. He'll make the catch. I'm sure, because Jamie's right, this was a card and dice game many, many moons ago. I'm sure a lot of the design came from that. And with a computer, all computer games are card and dice to a degree. You can just run whatever combination of dice you want in the background and not have to worry about it. Kasich is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Runners on first and second. Ground ball to Lorkie. Makes a stop behind the bag. Over to first. They got him. So a nice play by Lorky to get the out. And that'll bring up Lockman, Gordon, and Marshall here. Yep, 3-1. Big play for the Giants. Giants are 30-20. The Cardinals are 27-20. Lockman is 0 for 3. Staley starts his half of the 7th with a foul back behind the plate. 0-2. To third, Kasich over to first. Across the way, 1 out. Here's Gordon. 1 for 3. He has singled and driven in a run. The good news about gaming is that there's so many different games out that there's bound to be one that is perfect for you, or at least that you like the most. There is no such thing as a perfect game unless you throw one or roll a 300. Gordon, 1 for 3. He has singled and driven in a run. Yeah, you are among a gaggle of people that use the stat or the Strat PC to keep stats. Play more card and dice than PC. You can do that with replay too. Pitch to Gordon is a fly ball to shallow right. Musial comes in, makes the catch, 2 out. I have ball score. I like it. I have a hard time with card and dice. It has to be the virtual variety. It's too bad that the creator of ball score passed away. It is such a handy program to have. Here's Marshall. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. What's your card and dice game of choice there, Forrest? In the center field, Deering. Not going to hit one out there. That will retire the side. Giants go down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th. It's still 3-1 St. Louis. So Slaughter, Marion, and Jones. Dave likes payoff pitch too. But yeah, replay. Richard Hannegame is very faithful to the card and dice version. Enos is 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. Yes, I agree, Jamie. I think a lot of us always have a special connection to the game we started with. And for me, Micro League and then Strat. How you doing, Bobby? Yes. Yes, the Delphi form for ball score and ball stat are great. Pitch to Slaughter as a fly ball left field. Lockman will see that hit the wall. Slaughter is going to hold at second. That's his 17th double of the year. And it's 3-2, or nobody out, and the Cardinals have an insurance run on. Here's Marion. He's 0 for 3. Okay, Stratton replay. You play. Okay, payoff pitch and shootout for hockey. Nice. How you doing, Brad? Marion could bunt here. Livingston and Koslow have a conversation. Pitch. Ground ball foul, first base side. Nobody out, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. I am well. How are you? Feeling better today, thanks. Pitch to Marion. There's a base hit. How well timed is that? Slaughter will hold at third, and Marion has the 8th hit for the Cardinals. Here's Nippy Jones. He's 0 for 3. 3 runs, 8 hits, an error, and 7 left on. 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Giants, both by the catcher Livingston, and they've left on 9. You started with Strat at 10, 29 years ago. Okay. You getting sun where you are? I remember the sun. It's that big bright orange ball, isn't it? Jones will bunt. Koslow will throw to first. Lorky covering. Was it a squeeze? No. So 1 out. Slaughter on third. He'll hold. Marion on second. For Del Rice, who is 1 for 3. And we'll walk him. We'll set up the double play. All right, Jerry Staley, let's see what you can do. He is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Elvis Matthews started with APA back in 1964. The Captain Carl's got 12 different baseball games. And we'll pull out any one of them except... Well, don't leave us hanging. Which one do you... Yeah, which one is it? So they're loaded for Staley. Oh, the SI one, okay. Dombrov. Staley pops it up right side. Mize into foul territory. He's running out of real estate, and he does. So a ball and 2 strikes. And somebody from Staten Island was there. Jamie started out with a long ball and Status Pro, but soon switched to the computer and Micro League. That was my first addiction of choice in most of the 80s. So 1-2 the count to Staley. Koslow deals. Struck him out. A 1-2 outside fastball on the black. 2 out. So that'll bring up Deering, who's 1 for 4. Has struck out, doubled, and scored. Koslow, 36 batters deep, 103 pitches, 7 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 4. Brad did what I think a lot of people did, from digital to dice. Pitch to Deering is a ground ball to Lorky over to first, and the side is retired. The Cardinals huff and puff, but they don't score. Bottom 8, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. It's still 3-1 St. Louis. So Thompson, is in a pinch hitter. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Thompson is 0 for 2 with a walk. SI's version had the team sheet, hitters on one side and pitchers on the other. That's very ergonomic. Jamie mostly plays digital for baseball. Thompson into right center field. Back goes Musial, and he'll make the catch for the out. Here's Mize. He's 2 for 3 and single twice. OOTP has his moments for sure. Mize into left field. Slaughter, 2 out. Who can hit a righty? Oh, I don't have another catcher. I gotta keep him in the ball game. Don't like that. He made 2 errors. Anyway, he's 0 for 3 today. Staley's pitch. Into left field. Slaughter will make the catch. We go to the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. St. Louis 3, New York 1. Yep. One's favorite baseball sim is like one favorite flavor of ice cream. There certainly is no wrong answer. Yeah, you really can't do that with it. Yep. Yes, Brad, but you will try to avoid the ones with the unpleasant real, quote-unquote, chunks of fruit in them. Your Valentine's still away there, Brad? It'll be Shane Dean, Musial, and Kasich to face Koslow here in the 9th. Red 1 for 3. A walk, a run scored, and an RBI. Okay. Some people like pineapple pizza. To first, Mize, 1 out. So it brings up Stan, usual, 1 for 3, an RBI and a walk. Kerr, pitcher spot, and Lorky for the Giants in the 9th. You people are sick. Appa was still advertising. Strat advertised in the Street and Smith, but Appa was in the Sporting News. I'd heard of them both. But solo play? Nah. Pitch to Musial. There's a fly ball, right center field. Thompson goes back, makes the catch, 2 out. Here's Kasich. He's 0 for 4 with an RBI. Appa also had the ads in the Baseball Digest. Strat doesn't want... Yeah. They got hacked, man. Nope, I don't either. Pitch to Kasich. There's a fly ball, right center field. Marshall goes back, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom 9, 3-1, St. Louis. So Buddy Kerr steps up. 3 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Cardinals. They've left on 10. Giants a run on 7 hits and 2 errors, and they've left on 9. Kerr is 2 for 3. He's singled twice. Staley's pitch, a ground ball to Shane Dienst. Over to first, 1 out. So Koslow's day is done. And we'll bring up Billy Rigney. The sneezes just won't go away. 311 for Bill, 3 homers and 16 RBI. Hacked in such a modern, well-organized website presence? Who knew? You know, the way social media is today, it should be easy for these companies to advertise. No excuse for being a small company. I don't know. You know, I post these videos every once in a while, and someone will go, "What game is that?" Jamie says they probably did, but as far as app is concerned, but never noticed. Strat ads must have stuck out more. I did order Sherco. Brian Martin, by the way, has re-released those. From seeing an ad, and the stadiums really pulled me in. We played it too slow. Back to Micro League. So 1 out for Rigney. There's a ground ball right back to Staley, 2 out. Here's Lorkie. Remember, Cardinals and Phillies tomorrow at 8. Lorkie is 2 for 4. He is singled, doubled, and scored. Staley looking for his 4th win of the year. Here's the pitch, and it hit him. So Lockman is the tying run. He's 0 for 4. Here's the pitch into center field. Deering going back, but he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Cardinals win a biggie. 3-1. So Staley, 9 innings. He gets the Digital Dice Player of the Game. He goes to 4-3. 7 hits, a run, it was earned. Nope, this is Action PC. Brack, 55. He walked 2 through 141 pitches. In fact, in minus stuff, he was tired and hung on to win. Koslow with a loss goes to 4-2. 9 innings. 8 hits. 3 runs, only 1 earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. So the Cardinals go to 28-20. The Giants fall to 30-21. We were talking about that today, what Hal would do after, if he sells it. I don't know what the copyright's 75 years, but if it's active, the formula is kind of like Coca-Cola, stays secret, but the cards eventually will hit public domain, I would think. I don't know. I'm not a copyright liar. Nor do I play one in the privacy of my own internet. All right, let's play the rest of this Wednesday in baseball, shall we? Preacher Rowe, by the way, yesterday threw a shutout. So did Bob Lemon. So the games of June 8th sees Brooklyn go to 30-20. Rex Barney goes to 2-0. Moncrief 0-1. Pee Wee Reese 3 for 4. A double, a stolen base as the Dodgers beat the Cubs 5-3. The White Sox beat the A's 6-4. Pioretti goes to 2-2. Kellner goes to 3-5. At Sportsman's Park, the Red Sox in 11 beat the Browns 2-0. Dobson goes to 6-4. Drews falls to 2-5, and Tex Houston gets the save. The Tigers take advantage of 13 walks issued by Tommy Byrne and Company and beat the Yankees 15-1. Virgil Trucks goes to 9-1. Byrne falls to 5-4. Campbell 3 for 6, 2 RBI, and a triple. The Senators continue their hot play. They beat the Indians 7-2. Calvert 3-4 now. Bob Lemon, his first loss of the year. Out of the pen, Clyde Vollmer 2 for 4 with his 8th home run. By the way, Ned Garver threw a no-hitter and threw a 9-inning no-hitter and lost. Pittsburgh beats the Phillies 5-1. Tiny Bonham goes to 2-1. Robin Roberts falls to 3-5. Basketball 2 for 3 with a double. And Johnny Sane shuts down the Reds 1-0. He goes to 4-7. Raffensperger goes to 3-7. Baumholtz with a double. All right, thanks, Elvis. Let's see real quick. Ned Garver, look at this. Through 9 no-hit innings, he gets yanked after 97 pitches for Drews, who gives up the only 2 hits of the game. They came in the 11th inning. Vern Stevens with a 2-run double in the 11th, and that's it. Boston 2, St. Louis nothing. Wow. Standings. As we say goodbye on a Tuesday, the Phillies by 1 over Brooklyn now. Giants a game and a half. Cardinals 2, Braves 4.5. In the American League, you gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. 32-19 in a game and a half lead over the Yankees. Cleveland 5, Detroit 5.5, A's 6.5, and the Red Sox said this in the open. They're doing about what they did in 49. They're 7.5 back. The NL is like a pretzel. It will be the Cardinals and the Phillies tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Until then, thanks for the follow, Brack 55. I'm Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you then. Good day, everybody.